Previously on the road. We left the calm blue streets of Chefchaouen behind and drove deeper into Morocco, winding through the Rif Mountains as the journey gathered pace. From mountain roads to ancient Medinas, we arrived in the historic city of Fez, where centuries-old traditions are still alive. Despite the rain and the cold, we experienced the iconic tanneries. Unchanged by time and rich with history. Soaked, tired, and carrying the unmistakable scent of Fez with us, we pressed on and head towards the coast. The landscape begins to change once again. Mountains give way to open roads, and the pull of Atlantic draws us forward, from ancient traditions to modern Morocco. The journey shifts gears as we follow the road towards one of Morocco's most iconic cities, Casablanca. The hustle and bustle of the city begins to slow, and then it happens. The call to prayer. It floats across Casablanca, rising above the traffic and noise, carried on by the ocean air, a sound that feels timeless, grounding the city in a shared moment of pause. Drawn by its echo, we move towards the S01 Mosque, the spiritual heart of Casablanca.
Esa Janita, esa una nuestra. Claire, come on, vente aquí. Hey you.
Deepak, great to see you in casa.
Thank you, my love. How are you, my lovey? All good?
Muy bien, sí.
Una Janita,
Bueno, venga.
finally.
I know. Let me show you the mosque.
Let's go, show it to me.
Venga.
So tell me, Claire, you've been living, 5 years over here in Casa?
5 years
Casa,
indeed.
no, you say?
It's casa, yes.
Okay.
Well, see, 5 years indeed. I finally found a place that I love. I feel like I'm on a permanent holiday here, la verdad.
It feels like it in these few moments.
And obviously the weather is fantastic for January.
And thank God, because yesterday I was in Fezzo, it was pouring, it was totally
Really, yeah.
drenched. So I was really happy this morning, it was my happy moments, looked out of the hotel room, I thought, bit of sun is
We
always
do
good.
need the rain here, by the way. Yeah? It's
See,
been
I'm missing it
a
actually.
difficult period of time. Pero bueno, mira, we're walking along lo que aquí se dice the Corniche, which is el Paseo Marítimo.
Vale.
And we're approaching the mosque. This iconic building is obviously the S02 Mosque. It's built on reclaimed land, so it's right literally on the sea, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's got the highest minaret in the whole of Africa, and it's 210 meters tall, completed in 1993.
Wow.
Here you have it.
It's impressive.
I can see.
Have you been inside?
Not yet.
You're like me, no? One of those who haven't been to the lower caves in Gibraltar.
Oh, por
But we
favor.
live there.
Oh, there's no excuse for that, eh? I've done that about 3
I've
times.
got one on you, eh? I haven't been to the mosque, I've been to the lower caves, so we forgive each other.
Bueno.
But I can imagine why this is so beautiful. It looks totally
I can
majestic.
see. Bueno, marhaba, which means welcome. And yalla, let's
Yalla. Yalla.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. 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 لا إ
So we've just heard the call to prayer, which is called the Adhan.
Right. And this happens every day?
It happens 5 times a day, actually.
5 times a day,
Yes.
wow.
So Muslims pray for 5 times a day. Obviously, you don't have to go to a mosque, but
Right.
the call to prayer takes place 5 times a day.
Okay.
And actually, an interesting fact is it's the only kind of like sound or like chant in the world which is never ending. It never
So
stops.
It starts here and then it carries on to another mosque?
Not necessarily here, but it depends on time zones. Como que, por ejemplo, una mezquita empieza a tal hora, and
You know,
then
but the other one could
Claro,
maybe
and then-
12:02 and then the other one
Exactly,
goes
so it
on.
just-
It's sort of a chain.
it's just like a chain of sound throughout the whole world.
So
it's
everybody
never
sort
ending.
of, and in that moment, I think everybody just either prays or what everybody wants to feel. Maybe they feel like
Exactly.
meditating or they have that spiritual profoundness.
Yes. If the call to prayer literally means you're invited to come to the mosque to pray.
Oh, that's
So
beautiful.
it gives you time to actually make
I
that
s-
journey to go out.
Never
It
knew that.
doesn't necessarily mean you pray at that particular point in time.
Right. It's like a welcome.
Yes. Marhaba.
Shukran. Yalla, yalla, yalla. No?
Yalla.
As we approach, the scale is almost impossible to comprehend. Standing on the edge of the Atlantic, the mosque commands the horizon, its minarets soaring more than 210 meters into the sky. Completed in 1993, it is a triumph of Moroccan craftsmanship. Hand-carved stones and intricate tilework come together in perfect balance. Partially built over the sea, waves break beneath its foundations. The mosque feels suspended between land and ocean, where faith, artistry, and ambition meets the endless horizon. My reason for coming to Casablanca goes beyond the city itself. I'm here to meet Claire Hall, a fellow Gibraltarian who's been living in Morocco for over 5 years. From the familiar to the foreign, Claire has built a life far from home, and her story offers a unique perspective on what it means to adapt, belong, and call a new place home. In a city defined by movement and contrast, her journey reflects the very spirit of the road we're traveling.
Saha.
Tiksaha. Oh, how hot, no?
A little bit. Well, you've changed. I'm loving this
Slightly changed.
ethnic casa.
It's a traditional jalaba, darling. That's what it is.
Well, it looks very beautiful.
Thank you so much. Shukran.
Brings out the color of your eyes even more.
Muchas gracias.
De nada, amor. So tell me, I want to know
te
everything.
cuento?
Everything.
Everything. Kulshi.
Kulshi, everything.
Venga, ¿qué quieres saber?
How come here?
How come I'm in Morocco?
Yeah.
I've always had a thing for Morocco. Anyone who knows me, my family, my friends, they all know that I've had this love relationship with the country ever since I was a teenager. And even though I've been living in other places ever since I was young, I used to look across the straits and I used to manifest the fact that perhaps one day I would be here. So I'm literally living my dream. Before coming here, I was living and working in Madrid. It wasn't for me. So I just decided, I just thought I'm going to look and see what's online, see if there's any schools. I always knew that there was an American school in Tangier, the American School of Tangier.
Right, yeah.
But I didn't really want to switch from one educational system to the other. So I wanted to stay within the British system. So I checked out some British schools in Morocco in general. And this one popped up in Casablanca, and I emailed the headmaster at the time. And he happened to be in Madrid, coincidentally. So I had a first interview with him. And then 2 weeks later, I had a second interview. And then before I knew it,
And the third week you
I was offered the job. And that was just before Christmas,
What was your first impression of this place when you arrived?
as in Casablanca.
Yeah, when
Well, no, I'd never been to Casablanca before, but I always knew it was the biggest city in Morocco, so kind of like the economic hub of the country. Obviously, after doing some research online, it's not like Tangier, it's not like Fez, so it's not very touristy, because it's where people work, primarily. It's economic, you know. But obviously now that I'm here, I've grown to love it over the 5 years that I've been here. So I love it now.
Think of coming back?
If you will come back.
No, thinking of you coming back?
Where?
For good.
On holiday.
Holiday, no? We leave it like that, no?
Absolutely.
And tell me a bit more about the culture. Has this affected you? Has this affected you being an outsider, basically, and not Muslim? And
Not
being
really.
white?
I mean, I still, obviously, I stand out, obviously, like any other, Caucasian person would, But I feel like I blend in pretty well, and that's because I've tried to do my best with the local lingo and learn a bit of Darija, which is the local dialect.
What's it called again?
Darija.
Darija.
Yeah. So
Say
it's
something
just
to
like,
me in Darija.
Shnubriti. What do you want?
What's that again?
Shnubriti.
Pretty.
What would you want? What do you want?
Okay.
In terms of culture, I've always loved it. Desde que era pequeña, I've always had this thing. I've always been interested in the music, the language, the culture, traditions. I fit in really well, la verdad. I don't feel like I'm...
You just feel it's just home,
Yes,
second
I
home
feel-
for you.
yes, it is
You
my
know why?
second
Because
home.
you've been manifesting it since
Since I was 15.
you're a kid.
Yeah.
And-
And I'm here, I'm living my dream.
And Allah said, here, take it all.
But you know what the best part is?
What?
I'm on a permanent holiday.
That's the lifestyle I want, no?
Go for it.
But I'm living it at the moment, so I'm not complaining.
Muy bien.
So tell me, Claire, I mean, you were talking before about, you got the interview, you got the job. Tell me a bit
Sí.
more about your job. Give me a bit more depth into it.
I'm a teacher. I work at the British International School in Casablanca, and I teach humanities and Spanish. So my typical day-to-day is I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I have to be at school by 7:30, and I don't leave until 4:15. So it's a really long school day, but I love it. I absolutely love the students. I love my
That's
colleagues.
what I was going to ask
I
you.
love
Students,
everything.
what age group are they? Or...
So secondary. So I'm in secondary school. So I teach from year 7 to year 13. And the majority of the kids are Moroccans, but you do have some, some foreigners that are here, some Spanish families.
Yeah, Spanish ones here.
Yeah, there's a Spanish family here that lives near where I live, and there were some Chinese, Turkish, a bit of everything. That's what I like about
Colours of
it.
Benetton.
Absolutely. Una mezcla.
Una mezcla que veo.
Exactly. See, so that's my job, which I love, and I've actually been in the same school for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And obviously, I know you enjoy your job and you enjoy your life.
Yes, tremendously.
You said it's like a holiday every single day.
I feel like I'm on a permanent holiday, and that's because I'm in a place which is not home as such. So I feel like I am on a holiday. But then, of course, the perks to the job is obviously the holidays that I get and the half terms so we celebrate the British holidays. But at the same time, we celebrate the Moroccan national holidays, which is fantastic. So, for example, this week just gone, it was the Amazigh New Year, which is the Berber New Year. So we got the day off on Tuesday, which is great.
Can't complain.
The day off
You can't
every now and
complain.
again. I'm not complaining at all.
And food-wise and cuisine over here,
The
did you find it?
gastronomy.
Yeah, did you find it hard when you arrived?
I've always
or-
been a picky eater, la verdad. But ever since I've been here, I've really opened myself up to the cuisine. I love couscous and I love the tagine. And my favorite is the harira soup. Have you tried that before?
We did,
Harira.
actually, we
¿Te
did.
gustó?
Me encantó.
¿Has visto?
But then again, I eat everything, as you can tell.
Okay.
I like.
I was
a
going to
mí
say
me
that. You
gusta,
said that yourself.
I know, a mí me gusta comer. But do you cook?
La,
Or is it just takeout?
I don't cook.
Are you learning your tagine?
I'm not interested in the kitchen.
As long as they bring it to you, no?
Absolutely. So as you can see, that traditional, female role
No.
in terms of Moroccan society, I do not abide by. Absolutely not.
And what are the things you don't abide, or you should abide by? What's your opinion in those 5 years of seeing, like, a lot of the outsiders, like myself, and we
Yeah.
think, oh, Morocco's a bit backward, that stigma of, the man is first,
The
woman
stereotype,
second,
no.
the typical stereotype,
Yeah.
she should be cooking, not have a job, this, that, the other.
Right.
What's your opinion in general of all this? That
Morocco
you've been
has-
living that?
Yes. Well, Morocco has changed tremendously. And in fact, only 2 weeks ago, the king has given the government authorization to update the family law, which means that there are more rights for women in terms of divorce, etc., and custody and things like that. Not that that affects me, but in terms of for women in general, it's a massive change, and it's all positive things. Like I mentioned before, Morocco it's an economic powerhouse. I mean, you've seen the amount of buildings that are going up, that are being built. It's
I'm impressed
incredible.
over here. There's loads.
It's incredible.
Even from El Paseo Marítimo that you were telling me, I was looking behind on my own. I was like, wow.
Yes. And the area where I live now and where I will be living in the future, it's all going up. It's up and coming, right? I feel very safe here in this country. I've never had a single problem in the street. And even if I did, culturally here, people will just run to the rescue. They will literally come and see if you're okay, whether you're a local or a foreigner. And that's why I've never felt unsafe, and I've never felt that I've been treated differently just because I'm a female and just because I'm a foreigner. In fact, I know it sounds awful to say, but being a female, I think, and a foreigner means I'm actually treated slightly better than locals as such. Yeah, which is quite awful, but that's just how it is. Yeah.
I've been to the souks, and tell me truthfully.
Was that an experience?
The haggling, yes, Becky, haggling and everything.
Ya lo sé. It's haggling hasta si quiero coger un taxi, todo. If you want to, maybe perhaps even enter a restaurant like Rick's Cafe before.
We just tried, yeah.
I just insisted,
Yeah,
y al
it's great.
final me dejó, tú sabes, pero how do I get by, basically, no? Lo que
Yeah,
quieres
basically,
saber.
definitely. Because for
Bueno,
me, I mean, this is
sí.
just small doses. It's
Yes.
like I get this bit of haggling, small doses, después me voy a mi casa.
Y ya está, y
Ya
te
está.
olvidas.
But you are living it
Yes,
day by day.
It's an everyday thing, la verdad. Where basically, I think I've become a bit of an expert at it now after 5 years,
Good.
And my family can vouch for that, because when they've come here to visit me, obviously I have to do all the bargaining and the haggling, para lo que sea, para si comprar, the clothes, the trainers, whatever, para mi hermano, por ejemplo. So basically, I get by here by speaking French. So basically, I'd learned French at school. Then I kind of forgot about it, but then once I started living here, you just pick it up again. So that's how I get by here. Casablanca is French speaking. I don't know whether you've noticed, but in Tangier, Tetuan, it's Spanish. So you'd get by in the north.
True.
But you've just got to know what to expect before you go to places like Marrakesh, And as long as you know what set prices are, for example, then you can bargain your way through anything. So basically, if you want to live here comfortably and live and get by properly, you should have that mentality that you're always like in the souk for anything and everything.
Like ruthless.
Yes, you can bargain your way through anything, really. That's how I get by.
So, Claire,
Yes.
I'm still going to be on my journey.
Right.
That beautiful car you saw, hopefully get us to Gambia.
That old banger, right?
That old banger,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Susie.
Pero de verdad, when I saw
Wait, let's get it right.
What's her name?
Her name is Susie.
When I saw Susie here, I thought, qué raro ver un coche de Gibraltar aquí con la matrícula.
I told you.
It's surreal.
Well, we've been on the road
For how long?
like 2 or 3 days
2 or 3
driving.
days. Vale. How's the driving going?
Un poquito...
Me tengo que reír, la verdad.
un poquito errata, un poquito everybody to their own, no? Indicator, no,
Uy, no,
nothing,
olvídate.
no.
Uy, no.
Excuse, no.
Indicating
no
doesn't-
stopping.
Indicating doesn't
Do you
exist
drive
here.
over here?
I do drive, yes.
How was that for you in your first
Oh, no,
well,
but,
for your first time experience? How was that?
Imagínate, well, basically, I passed my license when I was 18. Pero después, I never had a reason to drive, because wherever I've lived, I've never had to have a car. Pero estando aquí, I thought, que va, I cannot live my life to the full if I don't have a car. So I bought one. I had a few lessons. Y de verdad, when I was having that practice session, I'm driving on one of the national roads and the instructor's sitting next to me. Y me dice, ponte en el medio de la carretera. Y yo, pero no, en el medio no, I want to stay in my own lane. Dice, no pasa nada, no hay nadie detrás tuya. Y yo, pero no, chiquillo, pero... So even the instructor was telling me that I should stay in the middle of the road porque no había nadie detrás mía. And I thought, my God, if the instructor's telling me this, imagine on the actual roads, Pero I drive like a Moroccan now, well, like a local, So basically, you can't follow you can't follow Western rules as such on the road because it will not help you at all. It's erratic, but there really are no rules. If you follow European rules, it will just not happen. You might even cause an accident, actually. So you've just got to go with the flow. You zigzag in and out from lane to lane, and it's no problem, really. You know, even the police will turn a blind eye. It's okay. There's lots of, I see at least 2 to 3 accidents a week, believe it or not, la verdad. I just saw an accident before, just before coming to see you. Yes, camels on the side of the road, which is fantastic. That's a bonus. Or sheep crossing the road. Yeah, it's great. Expect anything and everything.
But yeah, I've still got 1 more week to go in that old bank and travel the whole of Morocco. What do you recommend? Tell me, what can I expect?
What can you expect?
Yeah.
Anything and everything. Very generous people, a very welcoming community. So if you ever meet, you know, locals, you would be, they're really interested in your background, maybe where you're from. They always want to welcome you into their home, offer you food. A big part of culture here is food. What more? Very vibrant. The music is fantastic. That you've got the traditional Shebi music, which I love as well, especially if it's live. So expect anything and everything wonderful. Things that you might feel, that you might think are strange. You might be stopped in the middle of the road and, you know, there's sheep just crossing the road, or a herd of camels on the side of the road. Every time I see camels on the side of the road, I'm like, oh my God, camels. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, and so, yeah, it's just expect the unexpected,
I know,
basically.
that's why I'm doing this journey.
Are you out of your comfort zone?
Totally.
Great. That's what I
Totally. And
love.
I'm loving every minute of it.
That's what
Because
I love.
it's either,
I love people.
either sink or swim, whether it's I'm going to
Exactly.
swim on this one.
I love people who think out of the box,
Always.
who don't, you know, who like change, who go that extra mile, and who just really want to try and do something different and not just what is the norm.
Yeah.
My family have always considered me to be a nomad. Like, I think they've already assimilated that idea that I will not return back to Gib, at least for now, you know, like during my working years. I love returning home on holiday, eso sí, because obviously my family, my friends, etc. But to actually work and live life, it's here. This is my second home now.
What do you miss about Gibraltar, apart from your family, friends?
Yes. What do
de
I miss?
comida,
Well, mira, lo mismo que dije en la radio on GBC when I had my interview about 2 weeks ago. I miss opening my front door and stepping outside into the hustle and bustle of a crowded casemates, and being able to walk down a main street and seeing people and being stopped every minute or every few seconds.
yeah.
Hola, Dio, esto, lo otro, you know?
It's-
I don't get that here because I live in the outskirts, and I live in like the equivalent of what is Alcaidesa, vamos a decir.
Vale.
So it's all a bit isolated, you need a car, you know? So I don't get that.
I agree with
Yeah.
you. Gibraltar has
That's what I miss about Gib.
that hub of love. And
Absolutely.
it can be annoying at times, but at the same time, when we don't have it, we miss it
Absolutely.
completely.
That's what I miss about Gib the most.
Yo te voy a dar un abrazo. No, lo llanito. That's my love to you. Oh, thank you so much.
De nada. Marhaba, shukran bzaf.
Shukran.
Thank you very much.
On the road next week, the journey reaches Dakhla, Morocco's emerging kite surfing capital. Vast horizons, Atlantic winds, and desert isolation set the tone for what lies ahead.